Oh man, you know what time it is, cat. We live, man.
We live, we live.
Man, welcome back to No Excuses, man.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Oh man, Fat, if you don't do me a quick favor, man, tell everybody at home what to do, man.
Man, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the post notification so you know when we post, man. And if not, man, just like I say, tune into the videos, man. If you got some of the topics that we speak on, if you want to comment on them, feel free to comment, man. Give us some feedback.
So to start this off, man, I say, with it being the off season for football right now, and once upon a time, man, the bigger sport to talk about as far as free agency, what always really has been the NBA. We've
Yeah.
seen in more transition hill years past that the NFL is actually becoming more interesting to talk about as far as free agency. So
Yeah.
the report came out, man, a couple weeks ago. We didn't touch on it, but we can touch on it now. That the New York Jets informed Aaron Rodgers that they will be moving on. Basically, it's over with. The Aaron Rodgers era in New York has come to an end. So that brings me to ask you the question, man. Where do you think Aaron Rodgers will play next year, for one? And if you're a contender or a team that thinks you're a quarterback away, do you want Aaron Rodgers?
Um, I can see him being in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the coaching and how they are with, want somebody. They really predicate defense. Like they more of a slow pace type of style of offense style of play. So I think Aaron Rodgers kind of fits in that because he ain't as high flying as he once was because he's an older quarterback now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Russell Wilson is what he used to be no more. So I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing getting Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you ain't really upgrading with. I mean, you really ain't making a bad mistake with getting Aaron Rodgers over what's his name, Russell Wilson, because he ain't the same player as he used to be. So I can see that being a destination for him. You know what I'm saying? Just from a style of, that they want to play. Um, I can see. Um, let's see, quarterback away. It got to be if he do go somewhere, it's definitely gonna be a contender. So uh, I got Pittsburgh. I'm trying to think of another team I can see him being there. Bro. Can I see him playing besides Pittsburgh? Deshaun Watson, he hurt. I mean, he tore his ACL this past year, didn't he?
Yeah.
But no, I really can't see him over there in Cleveland. To be honest with you. I don't know, Q. Only place I really can see Aaron Rodgers at is really Pittsburgh, somewhere like that. I really can't see him on, because every other team that's a contender already got a young quarterback that's good. So I can't really just pinpoint another team that I can just see him going to and just making that much better. Because you know what I'm saying, he's old. He's older now. So I mean, I really don't know the team that's out there that I can say out the top of my head who I can see him fitting in with. But I'm pretty sure as the show go, I'll be able to come up with more. But right now, Pittsburgh is what I got for right now.
Um, Pittsburgh would definitely be an option. I'm not gonna rule out the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
because when you look at Tennessee, their quarterback situation ain't exactly ideal with Will Levis. They are drafted early. You know, they got the number 2 pick in the draft. Are they gonna go quarterback with a Shador Sanders or Cam Ward, whichever one of them is available, assuming the other one don't go number 1 overall? No, Tennessee got the number 1 pick. Tennessee got the first pick. Cleveland got the second pick. Tennessee got the number 1 pick. Tennessee got the first overall pick. Do they take a quarterback? Do they want to trade back and get more draft capital with that number 1 pick? That remains to be seen. Pittsburgh seemed like the obvious slam dunk choice. I do agree with that. I ain't gonna lie. Seattle sounds interesting to me. I don't know why, but it just do. I'm not gonna rule out Vegas either. They need a quarterback. Hell, I'm a Saints fan. We need a quarterback. I would be saying come to New Orleans, but I just got notification on my ESPN app today that the Saints general manager, Mickey Loomis, came out today and said that we are rocking with Derek Carr at least for another year. So you can take the Saints out of it because for some reason we still think we're contenders with Derek Carr. For whatever reason, I don't know who believe in that, but hey, this is not a Derek Carr bash session today. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers. So, but okay. So I tell you, I want to ask you another question now. Do you think Aaron Rodgers still has any elite football left in him?
I think as far as him being like discount double check Aaron Rodgers days, obviously that's over with. Do I think he still can, you can win with Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, I do. It just depends on how it's set up. Like he definitely got to have a great offensive line and great talent around him. You know what I'm saying? More than he did in his earlier career. Not saying he didn't have talent around him, but you know what I'm saying? He was just a bona fide superstar, in his prime. So I mean, you could have put anybody with Aaron Rodgers back then. He was gonna do his thing with anybody, to be honest with you. But no, I don't think he's on that level anymore. But like I say, I think you still can win games with him. I just think that it's just the fact that it's the Jets. Like I've never really known for the Jets to be a great organization. So I mean, I didn't see him. I wasn't as high on the Jets with them getting Aaron Rodgers as some other people was. You know what I'm saying? When they got him, I was like, cool, but I don't think the Jets and they had good pieces. You know what I'm saying? But I just wasn't high on that. When they made that move, I just wasn't really high on it because at the end of the day, it's the Jets, man. So I just didn't expect much out of that. You know what I'm saying? And them being in the AFC, them having to see a Patrick Mahomes, a Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, quarterbacks of that caliber. It was gonna be hard for him to be successful in that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect much out of that. But the Jets, but that experience to go the way it did, it doesn't really shock me for real, for real. I just think people are more shocked because it's obviously it's Aaron Rodgers. But you got to realize Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old now. Like this is not the same Aaron Rodgers that was that was throwing across his body, making miraculous passes with the Green Bay and 3-degree weather. Wow, he ain't that no more. Like, obviously, he's not that anymore. So, no, I don't think he's an elite quarterback anymore. But can you win with him still? You definitely can win with him. You just have to have the right pieces. At first you got to have offensive line because the Jets' offensive line was terrible. Like, let's not sit up here and put all this on Aaron Rodgers. Like, that offensive line wasn't that damn good either. It really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So he got to have the right pieces around him. I think he still can make certain. I still think he can, make passes and make plays, and I still think he can be decent. But I don't think he's the same elite quarterback as he once was. No, I'd be lying. I'm the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan, but no, he ain't that. He ain't that no more. But he still He's serviceable. He's a serviceable quarterback still, I believe.
I think we have to keep into account that Aaron Rodgers' first year with the Jets, he tore his Achilles in like 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah.
So his first year with the Jets really don't even count. He got hurt as soon as the year started. That's not his fault or the Jets' fault. It's just injury is a part of the game that happened. So you can throw that year out. It generally takes a player at least a year to come back from an Achilles injury in football or basketball, and we've seen that in many cases. So this past year, I thought he started out extremely slow, but he's already, like you said, he's already either, what is he, approaching 40 or past 40? How old is Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers got to be 40 on the dot. He's 39 to 40.
Okay.
One of them.
Either way it go, he's an aging quarterback. We could just say that, coming off of a catastrophic injury. So you knew that there had to be some level of drop in his play when you take into account his age and the injury. Now, when I throw in a dysfunctional Jets organization on which you offensive line that wasn't very good, and I think a lot of people, man, were so hyped on the Jets because it's New York, the media in New York, everything in New York. If you do it one time, you got to multiply it by 5 because it's in New York. We are legitimately having Eli Manning Hall of Fame conversations to this day only because he played in New York. Eli Manning with that career in Baltimore is not a Hall of Famer.
No.
Eli Manning with that career in New Orleans is not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But because it's in New York, and I'm not trying to shit on Eli Manning. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm talking about the magnitude and the emphasis that just being in New York puts on anything. So I think that's part of what blows it out of proportion somewhat. But Aaron Rodgers, particularly, he started off slow. Down the stretch, Aaron Rodgers actually started to play better, but the team record was so bad that nobody really cared. So I think putting Aaron Rodgers on a Pittsburgh, I'm gonna be honest, man, I'm not sure it's that much better of an upgrade than what you got with Russell Wilson this season. And for me, that's not necessarily just the Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson thing. I think Pittsburgh is further away from being a real contender that people would like to accept. That's just my opinion. They've been in this same fringe wild card team, get to the wild card round, get smoked. That's happened to them the last 5-6 years in a row. So I think they're more than just a quarterback away, but nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
I would like to see Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh because I just think him, with all, everything that he's done for the game, Mike Tomlin, what he's done for the game, I just like to see great coach and at least at one point in time was a great quarterback come together. Just because the football fan in me just like to see, you know what I'm saying, those two work with one another. I would like to see how it work out. But as far as it resulting in a championship or getting to an AFC championship or being a real title contender, I don't see it, man. Do I think Aaron Rodgers still got good football left? Yes. Now, do I think Aaron Rodgers is still able to lift and be a force multiplier on a championship team? No, with you, I do not.
No.
I do. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't see. I think those days are over. But if you had to ask me where he's going, Pittsburgh or Tennessee. Now, moving on to another quarterback. And I just so happen to have this damn hat on today. But there's been reports that the Rams are interested in shopping and moving on from their quarterback, Matt Stafford. So, I don't really understand where this comes from because Matt Stafford played a damn good game in that playoff game in Philly this past season. He's a Super Bowl champion with the Rams. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I just sit here and think about it. Matt Stafford might very well still be the best quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it. He might be the best quarterback in the NFC. I'm not sure there's a quarterback in the NFC. If we're gonna take the teams and every roster and all things are created equal, that can do more with it than Matthew Stafford. That's not
Yeah.
knocked to other quarterbacks. That's just how good Matthew Stafford still is, even at this age and stage of his career. But so
Yeah.
I'm asking you, do you think Matt Stafford will be a Ram next year?
Um, if they came out and made reports, I highly doubt it. But I'm trying to see why they're trying to trade Matt Stafford, because I can see if Matt Stafford wasn't producing and he wasn't, as good as he was, but he's still producing at a good level. So I don't even understand why they would want to shop him. But it may be a point. It may be, the Rams may feel like we got is the most that we got out of it, which was a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they ready to go a different direction. You know what I'm saying? They didn't got to where they wanted to get to. Now they're ready to see something else. You know what I'm saying? They feel like that team, that group has reached its potential. You know what I'm saying? With Matt Stafford. Well, just with Matt Stafford, their quarterback. They feel like it's reached its potential. And they might want to, explore and see something else. Get a younger quarterback in there, and see what they can do with that. You never know what it is, bro. Like, personally, I think it's crazy to, trade Matt Stafford. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the greatest move, but if they come out and just said, they interested in trading them, they probably will trade them, man. The way these stuff been going these days, and this these in this sports world these days, man. You never can. Hey, expect the unexpected, man. It happens, man. It's a business, so I can see him being traded. I definitely can see him being traded. I don't think it's a smart move to trade him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know really what you're gonna really get that's gonna be ready now, as Matt Stafford is, to go and get to a NFC Championship or a Super Bowl. So, but if you want to make that move and you feel like it's somebody out there that you can find that's younger, you know what I'm saying, that got some years you're gonna have with them, cool, do that. But me personally, I wouldn't trade Matt Stafford. I think that's crazy. I wouldn't trade. Matt Stafford to me a Hall of Famer. He one of the best I seen in his generation, in my opinion.
Will Matt Stafford be a Ram next season? Is the question. My answer is no. I think the Rams are moving on from Matt Stafford. And I'm gonna be honest, I agree with everything. Like I just said, man, I think he's very well still, if not the best, definitely one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the
Yeah,
NFC. I think the Rams see the writing on the wall and they're ready to turn the page. That's what
yeah,
I think. You see, I don't think the Rams watched Matt Stafford in that playoff game in Philadelphia in that damn snow and watch Matt Stafford throw for 300-400 yards and catch the conclusion that he can't play no more. I don't think that's what this is. I think this is a decision more or less being based on, okay, we would rather do this a year too early before it's a year too late. We think our Super Bowl window has closed, so it's time to
yeah,
move on. The Rams
yeah,
are the Rams are a very aggressive organization. They like Philadelphia. They make moves all the time,
yeah,
all the time. So I understand the Rams if they want to make this move. I'm gonna tell you why I think he could possibly end up at. I've been reading stuff about New York Giants.
yeah,
Not sure I really love that one, but the Giants do got a good defensive line. You got a young emerging wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, Matt Stafford, Malik Neighbors. Okay, you might got some, but we'll leave that out there. The Raiders, the Raiders.
the Raiders. Yeah,
Pete Carroll, new head coach. Say what you want to say about Pete Carroll. He's a winner.
yeah.
Pete Carroll
You're
is a
proving
winner.
what?
He's been at everywhere he's
You're
been.
proving what? Yeah,
USC, Seahawks, I expect for him to turn the Raiders around, right? So if you
Yeah.
add, it's okay. So follow me. You got Pete Carroll. If you add Matt Stafford, now you got a quarterback. You got a young Brock Bowers, who's probably already right now. Let's call it. He's probably the best tight end in football right now.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is, man. So you
Yeah.
got a weapon offensively. You got Max Crosby, star defensive player, edge rusher. I'm just saying, man, the Raiders got pieces.
Yeah.
They have pieces. And if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, I think the Raiders would be able to pay Matt Stafford. I think he's able to make more money and sign maybe a longer deal. Now, Matt Stafford, if I'm not mistaken, is 36, 37 years of age. So you got to, but his career, he's on the back half of it. He ain't going to play but so much longer anyway. But I think
Yeah.
Matt Stafford to the Vegas Raiders could be extremely interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the fucked up thing about that is in that division, Mahomes, Justin Herbert, those guys are in that division. So the Raiders, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I'm
fucking
saying,
tough
man.
over there, man. The AFC
It's
West,
tough.
you got Denver. You got Denver still coming. Bo Nix had a good rookie year too. So
Yeah.
it's extremely difficult to navigate that division, especially with the Chiefs who done won it every year. It seems like forever
Yeah.
now in a
Yeah.
row. So it's extremely difficult to navigate and be successful in the division because you have to share it with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. But I do
Yeah.
think Matt Stafford with the Raiders, I'm not gonna say you cooking with gas. I ain't gonna say you cooking with gas, but I tell you what, you done put some on the goddamn stove.
Yeah.
You done put some on the stove.
Yeah. You definitely. Matt Stafford is a game changer, man. And he clutch. He one of the clutchest quarterbacks in his generation.
Yes.
Yeah. He clutch, man. I like Stafford.
Hell yeah, man. But I wanted to talk about that because I just always find it to be interesting, man, whenever you get to the NFL and you get in the offseason and you see moves begin to get made, right? And you
Yeah.
got some organizations that know how to do it right, some that just don't know what the fuck they doing. I'm a Saints fan. We don't know what the fuck we doing, obviously, right? But
Yeah.
you can look at somebody like take Philadelphia. Take the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Howard Roseman. If he ain't the best GM in the NFL, damn it, he up there toward the top of the list. Eagles are
Oh
very
yeah.
aggressive. They make moves every year, seem like in the offseason, right?
Yeah.
Because the Eagles understood we have a team right now ready to let's compete, let's go for it. What we do, we go get Saquon Barkley. We fast forward all these months later, we are the champions.
Yeah.
Follow me. Myles Garrett came out the other day. Well, not this been right before the Super Bowl, leading up to the Super Bowl, and said that he requested he wants to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. Basically, he said I'd have made so much money. I got a lot of stats. He's 29 as a defensive end. He's approaching maybe towards the end of his prime, although he's still very good, But nonetheless, he said he wants to start playing in more meaningful football games, right? So the Cleveland Browns right now, sit here currently, they have the number 2 pick in the draft. They gave Deshaun Watson a 5-year, $230 million contract, which as we sit here right now, Fat, that might be the worst contract in the history of professional sports. Not just the NFL, professional sports. Now, granted, guess what? Hindsight is 2020. At the time, the contract wasn't as crazy because Deshaun Watson was a fucking dog leaving from Houston.
Yeah, he was.
We looked at Deshaun as a consensus top 10 quarterback on some list. He might have been top 5. Deshaun Watson coming out of Houston. Remember, it was a bidding war to get Deshaun Watson, right? It didn't go the way they wanted it to go. You have the number 2 pick in the draft. The best player on your team won't out. And their general manager came out, I think it might have been yesterday, and said that he's doubling down on we're not trading Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly.
Why not? You need the draft capital. Guess what? The quarterback that you overpaid for now, we got to call that now. Deshaun Watson got overpaid for. We got to call that now. He's injured.
Yeah.
So you finna play the whole year unless you finna draft either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. So you finna play this whole year with what would be known as a backup quarterback, a bridge level quarterback, or you're taking a rookie and you don't want to move your best player for draft capital because for some reason, maybe you think y'all are closer to competing for a title than you are. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah.
The Browns need to be shopping Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, Denzel Ward. It's time to clean house.
Yeah, start over. It's time to start over.
It's time to start over. And you know how I can tell you that? I can see it from afar. The team that I cheer for, the Saints, need to be doing the same shit.
Yeah, they should have been there.
In fact, I've been telling you this about the Saints for 2-3 years.
Yeah, they should have been there. Yeah. Yeah. It's time.
I think the Browns should trade Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
What do you think they would get for Myles Garrett?
That I do not know. You know what I'm saying in particular. But I just think it's time to move on. I just think when you try something and you constantly keep trying something and it's not moving the needle like it's supposed to, it's time to cut bait. It's time to do something else. It's not moving the needle, man. Like it's not going anywhere. Like it's stagnant. Like we in the same place that we've been at for the past however many years. It's time to revamp, man. It's time to do something new. It's time to do something else.
I don't understand the wanting to double down when you're stuck. It's like, okay, now granted, the Saints, we ain't had the number 2 pick in the draft. We ain't been quite that bad. But nonetheless, we've been stuck in this spot for quite a few years now because you had a core group that reached this peak and is never getting back to that peak because they're years older. Now it's time to get fresh new blood in the building. The Saints are bringing in a new coach. I ain't even talked about the fact that the Saints got Kellen Moore coming in. Shout out to Kellen Moore. Come on to New Orleans, man. But you know what I'm saying. I say my Saints founder for another day. I just don't get the Browns doubling down and wanting to keep Myles Garrett. For starters, the man said he won't out.
Yeah.
He won't out. So, and you know for a fact, Myles Garrett is the type of player. He's one of the best, if not the best, in his position in the league. You can get 2 first rounds. You can get 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a starter level player for Myles Garrett right now.
On God, yeah.
If the Cleveland Browns come out as an organization to say, okay, Myles Garrett is officially on the shopping block, they phone gonna ring off the hook till somebody have him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to not want to make the move. It's time to make a move as an organization, something to build towards the future. Because where you are currently right now is not good enough. You're not going anywhere. You're not.
Yeah. You're not.
Like I don't want to sound like, you know what I'm saying, the fucked up individual for saying that, but where are the Browns going?
They're not going over. That's why I say it's time to make the change, man. It's time to make it. Everybody's afraid of change until it's time to make the change.
Exactly. You know, but that right there, so we speaking of change, you know what I'm saying? Let's transition into something else. As you speaking of change, it got reported yesterday that Alabama. I feel like cutting now. It got reported that Alabama is making changes to their A-Day game, the spring game. It ain't exactly been said what the exact changes are going to be, but hold up, Fat. I want to read the exact quote. I want to read the exact quote that was said about it. This was straight from the board. Hold up, fat. Hold up, fat. Okay. Alabama's A-Day spring game will definitely be modified. We want to try to have some type of event around April the 12th. That is not the exact quote I was looking for, because what I looked for was a little link to the internet. Hold up, fat. Let me see. Can I find it? If not, it's really not that important. I just wanted to read it for podcast purposes. And it's pretty much the same thing. It's been more of a practice, not necessarily much of a game. We do plan to modify it. We want to try to have some type of event around April the 12th. So, yeah, that's the same thing I just said. So, with that being said, until we find out exactly what the changes are going to be to the A-Day game, we can't really comment much further on that because we don't know what the changes are. But my question that I want to ask you is, okay, you got the A on right now. I ain't recognizing that. But
Stop
what I want
playing.
to ask you is that would you have a problem when Alabama, or if Alabama, stops having the annual A-Day spring game? Because I think that's what we headed towards anyway.
I mean, as a fan, I'd be sad that I can't, watch it no more because I actually watch the A-Day games. Like, believe it or not, I do watch them. You know what I'm saying? Because I be wanting to see, some new talent pop out. You know what I'm saying? That's a coming out party for like that's a newcomer. That's early signing. Like a motherfucker that's like Keelan Russell or somebody like that. That I feel like that's for them. You know what I'm saying? Because you about to know what a lot of them already is. Like you already know what take a player like, and he hurt right now, but Deontay Lawson and stuff. You know how good they is. So I'm not really looking for them. I be looking for like the younger, the younger ones, the young that's coming up, the future generation. So I would be sad if it, but I understand why. You know what I'm saying? The spring games really ain't, you know, end all be all. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have spring games no more, I'm not gonna be like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard Steve Sarkisian come out and say something about it. Them not having it, and he was, giving his take on the spring game and stuff like that. So I get what he was saying with it. You know what I'm saying? I just think fans like to see it. Because they be wanting to, that's diehard fans. They be wanting to see. They just be wanting to see some Bama football, and that's the closest thing that we got for now until the actual season starts. So I mean, that's the only reason why I want to see it, just because I'm ready for college football again. So that's the closest thing that we got for right now that we can watch, even though it's not the real thing. It's just something that you can watch now. They have you out for football season. So yeah, that'll be the only reason why I would be mad about it not being, them like getting rid of it. But if they get rid of it, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt. It's definitely not gonna hurt. Like it's just not. It ain't like they doing the full thing. Like they not running they whole playbook. Like they not going like doing everything. They're not finna show you everything in no spring game anyway. So I mean, it don't really matter to me for real. It's cool. I don't care. If they get rid of, I mean, who cares? Just spring game.
Um, how would I feel if Alabama canceled, or I'm not gonna say canceled? How would I feel if Alabama quit having the spring game? Uh, conflicted. I'm conflicted about it because I mean I think it'll be more or less conflicted for me just because the only thing about me that would just further confirm that the sport that we used to watch growing up has completely changed and
Yep.
shifted into more of a NFL amateur league that I think people are actually more willing and wanting to admit that it already is now. But as far as like an actual, I'm gonna be honest, man. I went a lot of years. I quit watching that game, not because I didn't find them interesting. I ain't gonna. So yeah, I ain't know what that game even was. Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't never been the guy to see the 8A guy person. I went to see it last year because it was the first year with Kalen DeBoer coming in replacing Nick Saban. I watched some of them with Nick Saban too, but like the 8A game for me was never something that I just had to make sure that I saw, because a lot of what the 8A and the spring games are, man, is really the 8A. I mean, to be honest, man, it's a glorified scrimmage game for your third and fourth string players that want to see the start. The ones that pop at the 8A game, you don't see much of them during the fall.
Yeah.
So that's why the 8A game don't really move me the way that it once did. I am gonna watch this year, whatever they try to do with it, because strictly I want to see what Keelan Russell like, some of the young guys.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, man, if college football goes away from spring games, I ain't finna sit up now like I'm fake mad about it. I'm not.
Nah.
I'm not gonna pretend to be, because at the end of the day, these young men now, man, they play more ball games. They're getting paid more money. So, therefore, whenever you've played 29, 30, 31 games in 2 years,
it's a high risk, man.
It takes a lot of toll on the body. One to line up and play another whole game or whatever practice game. Just to me, man, be honest, it's kind of starting to defeat the purpose. It's kind of starting to defeat the purpose. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That you don't have to have a spring game up to me. But I'm not gonna sit up and act like I'm just totally want to get rid of it, because the fan in me would like to see clips and things from, how players are progressing and what they look like. But I'm not finna like I'm just gonna flat out miss the 8A game if it goes away.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just the closest thing that you got until you get the actual season. So it's something exciting to see just for that time being. When it's over with, it's like cool. I just wanted to see just for that time being. Like it ain't. Right. I didn't really gain a lot from this because, like you said, a lot of these players probably not even going to be the starters. So I didn't really learn a lot off of this. It's just some entertaining to watch. You might see somebody make one-hand catches, make a hellified pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look for things like that. Just highlights, man. That's it. That's really it.
But yeah, that's all I got on the spring game. I mean, I see a lot of people that be more upset about it than I think I actually am. Because I'm be honest, I got news for y'all, man, that still want to hang on and hold on to it. You're headed towards the spring game being canceled across college football. More and more programs are about to start doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Texas, I know they through doing it. I think USC done doing it. I want to say Nebraska done doing it. Those are 3 big name programs. Despite whatever you want to think about Nebraska and USC currently, those are still blue blood programs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, whenever you see them starting to set the precedent, other programs are about to start falling in line, especially if one of those teams makes a deep playoff run and wins a national championship. Sports ain't nothing but damn copy and paste, rinse and repeat. If we see you do it, well, hell, we finna try to do that over here. Everybody does it.
Yeah, everybody.
That's all I got on that as far as the 8A game, man. Any Alabama fans, man, or college football fans, feel free to get in the comments, man, and let us know how you feel about the cancellation of spring football game, because the game as we once knew and loved has completely changed. It's completely shifted.
Yeah.
You got anything else on sports, man, before we jump into some rap stuff real quick?
Nah, that's about all I got, man.
I seen Alabama beat Mississippi State pretty bad last night. I seen the Lakers beat the Mavs last night in Luka's first game against Dallas since he been gone by a final score of 107 and 99. I think I seen LeBron had 16 in the fourth quarter. Luka had a triple double. Hashtag Luka LeBron Lakes. You know how we do, man. I'm just kicked back right now. I went to the playoff. I'm just kicked back right now, man. I ain't saying much, man. I'm just laying in the cut, man. I ain't got much to say about it. We'll talk about more about that when basketball come around, when the playoffs come around. But so speaking of, we've been talking about sports and competing, and so we know what happened last year in hip hop. No need to talk about it. But there was also somebody that was in part of that jumped in it, then got out of it. I'm somebody that you can go back and watch the episode when it happened, whenever J.Cole did his whole apology at his festival thing and all that, take your best shot at me and all that shit he said. I'm somebody that when J.Cole did that said, you know what? I don't got no problem with him doing that. It kind of makes sense to me. I don't understand where he fits in with this beef in a way. It's a 1v1. We don't want to see no rap beef triple threat match. Respectfully, one of you niggas got to get out of here. So I'm not mad with Cole doing that. But so I didn't say J. Cole put out a song last week called Clouds. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know you done heard it, but if you ain't heard it or not, man, go check out that J. Cole song Clouds. But anyway, he rapping like Cole rap, man, elite level rapping on the song, man. But he got bars in there where he's still talking about how he, killing rappers and he the best, this, that, and the fourth. What you would call talking greasy. Cole's still talking greasy, right? So, Freddie Gibbs, I reckon he heard the song and he had something to say. He had something to say about J. Cole. He said, and I quote, niggas be rapping about how they kill rappers and kill their careers and blah, 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 but they be backing out of rap beefs.
Okay.
I repeat, niggas be talking about how they kill rappers and how they kill rap careers and blah, 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 but be backing out of rap beefs. So, my question to you, Fat. Matter of fact, hold up, man. Hold up. Let's back it up a little bit. Let's really get into this conversation, right? I got a couple questions. My first question to you: should J. Cole have to change the way that he rap, talking all that? I'm the best in the world. I be killing rapper, blah 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 blah. Should J. Cole still be talking like that after backing out of the battle?
I think that man free to rap about what he want to rap about. I mean, I don't have a problem.
Do them bars still hit the same? Do you view Cole differently? Is my question.
I always view Cole as one of the top artists of his generation. So it didn't really change that much for me because he's still he raps at a very elite level. He's still a very elite rapper. So that really didn't change my perception on him. I kind of figured J. Cole being how he is and the way that he moves, that move that he made to get out of that battle with Kendrick and Drake, I wasn't that surprised in it because that's just not the way that he moves. He don't move like that. So I mean, him doing that, I wasn't really that shocked for him. It's just the way that he approached it, saying the things that he said. You look at him like, damn, you said all of this and did all of this. Why not go full throttle with it? Why get in it and just stick your feet in the water and come out of it? Why not put your whole body in the water? So, I mean, I get that from that standpoint, but I with J. Cole doing what he did, what I'm saying, it don't shock me or him doing that, and that don't change my perception on him because he's still a very elite rapper. Like the shit that he talk about, what I'm saying, he is one of the best rappers. So I mean, he can talk about certain things and say certain stuff. What I'm saying? You're gonna have some hip hop fans or some rappers, that be like, you can't say this, my nigga, and you did this. So it's gonna be different opinions on it anyway for him coming out, basically saying he didn't son niggas and ended their careers and did all of that shit and say he the best. If that's how he feel, that's him expressing himself. You express yourself through your music. If that's how you feel, nigga, say it. Say that shit in the mic. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, he expressing himself. I don't have a problem with him saying. I mean,
I don't either, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest, right? For me, I think. Trying to see. I think it's somewhat kind of corny for Freddie Gibbs to say what he said about Cole, and only because if you want to engage in a rap battle with someone, I see what you're doing. You clout chasing. You clout chasing.
yeah,
Because
it's
J.Cole getting in a rap battle with Freddie Gibbs can only benefit Freddie Gibbs. Because this was gonna happen. This was gonna happen.
Yeah.
This was gonna happen, right?
Exactly.
Let's say Cole engage in a battle with Freddie Gibbs, right? And Freddie Gibbs is an elite rapper, by the way. Is he as mainstream known as the Coles, the Kendricks, the Drakes of the world, the Futures? No. But if you're rapping, Gibbs can rap. Like, don't get it twisted. I think Gibbs could very well hold his own pen for pen, ball for ball with Cole. Cole would win the battle just strictly, well, at least before he did what he did, he would have won the battle strictly based off merit, fan base, numbers. All that's going to be too much for Freddie Gibbs to overcome. But for me, this is where Cole can't win the situation, right? Let's say Cole engaged in the battle with Freddie Gibbs, and he smoked the shit out of Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
Wash him. I'm talking about wash Freddie Gibbs, right? You know what they're going to say? Oh, damn, man, you ain't do that to Kendrick.
Oh, why you couldn't do that with Kendrick? Why you couldn't do that with Kendrick? Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Stay right up.
Yeah.
That's one side of it. What else going to happen? Let's say Cole get in the battle with Freddie Gibbs and Freddie Gibbs win. Now you got the stain on your jacket.
Now you got to stay on jacket.
I don't see a scenario in this
exchange
where Cole can win. Yeah.
Well, you win.
Be honest with you, my nigga. Be honest, man. If I was J.Cole, a nigga like Freddie Gibbs can't dish me, man. Who the fuck are you?
That's basically what I'm saying.
And I'm not saying this as if like he ain't nice or he ain't got talent. I understand all that. But my nigga, say what y'all can say what y'all want to say about Cole. I can't believe the day has come around. I think I'd have became a Cole fan. I'm telling you, man, Cole dropping out of that beef made me look at Cole like a real nigga, man. I swear to God it did. It did.
Yeah.
And I would just, this is my thing. If you engage in a battle with Freddie Gibbs, you're punching down.
Yeah.
And you're punching down lower than I think people want to admit that he's punching down. Whenever we have the big three thing, say what y'all want to say. Cole is still very well in that big three.
Yeah.
And guess what? For me, why the whole apology thing didn't change anything for me is because when we talked about the big three, unless you was part of the, the core fan base, Cole world, one of the, the biggest J.Cole fans on the planet, that was your favorite rapper type shit. We kind of universally had Cole at 3 anyway.
Yeah.
So his place on the pecking order of the 3 didn't change. And we always said, to be honest, Cole probably rap better than Kendrick and Drake. We kind of been so. Him apologizing don't change that for me. I hate how him doing what he did, and he did it to himself. That just is what it is. But I don't like the revisionist history. What we not finna do is go back and try to take everything this man has done away from him, and now we finna start trying to throw him in the ring with niggas like Freddie Gibbs. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Nah.
I'm sorry, we're not doing that. Because if he, like I said, I don't understand what does he gain from engaging in the battle.
You don't gain nothing from it. Because they're going to look at it like, you do this to Freddie Gibbs, you know what I'm saying? Nobody compared to Kendrick. Not saying Freddie Gibbs is a nobody, but compared to Kendrick, come on, man, what we doing?
Right,
This
exactly.
kid, like, come on.
Exactly. In fact, you
Kendrick
can
won
be an
5
elite
Grammys.
rapper. There's levels to elite rapping.
Kendrick just won 5 Grammys, my nigga. It's just different. Kendrick can go in rooms and shake hands with people that Freddie Gibbs just can't.
Facts.
It's just what it is.
Hell, Cole for that, man. Cole can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So
J.Cole, yeah. J.Cole, yeah.
that's why I just want to get your opinion on that, man, because I don't get what he gains from that.
He don't.
I don't. What does he gain from that? It is a lose-lose situation for him.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, man.
And I don't think he's gonna.
I see people talk about it now the way that they do. And I don't know, man. Maybe it's just something in me that when I see everybody start to act like they forget about something, that makes me tend to want to jump in and defend the side of the whoever been forgot about. Right? Like, real talk. Respectfully. Niggas know who the fuck Jermaine Cole is, man. Like, what are we doing?
For sure.
Like, the whole apology thing for me didn't matter much to me anyway. But for those of y'all that it did matter enough to, between that Port Antonio song that he put out months back and this Cloud song that he put out last week, you niggas got to be over that by now. Because that he rapping on both of them. He getting off on both tracks.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I am ready for the Fall Off album. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, man. I think this album, when Cole dropped this Fall Off, it's going to be good enough that he could go into retirement. Y'all can keep y'all thoughts to yourself about me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, man. I respect the way that he went about it. I respect the way that it seemed like he had peace. You niggas can talk all this shit about that beef all y'all damn want to, because I think looking up today, I think Cole landed in the best spot of all three people that was involved in it. Yeah. I do. Because you look at, we already know what happened with Drake and Kendrick, Super Bowl, lawsuit, and all that. In fact, Cole somewhere chilling.
Yeah. Because he looked at it like, bro, this ain't between me and Kendrick. Like, I ain't got no problem with this man. Drake and Kendrick is the battle. These are the ones that been exchanging words to each other the past decade. So I mean, I'm gonna let them have their shine with this. I'm gonna let them do their do. I'm gonna get out of there. I don't have a place in this because I don't have beef with neither artist. You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? I'm in something that I don't even want to be in. You feel me? Like,
for no reason.
For no reason, yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying, man, you listen to people and everybody talk about, oh, man, well, he put the 7-minute drill song out. Then he snatched it back up out. He he took it off stream and deleted the song. And I get all that. I'll be honest, man. In the light, that look corny. I get it.
But damn, a nigga can't change his mind?
Right. And my thing is just, my main thing with it was, when you go back and you listen to the song, you hear him saying stuff that you can tell, listen to him, that he think is a lie. Yeah. That he think is a lie. There ain't no way J.Cole can say he don't like Kendrick Lamar discography. Them niggas' rap styles are too similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be like somebody coming up, like a rapper coming in the game now that's more of the make more of the hood anthems, not really made for radio songs, that say they didn't like Boosie growing up. You're lying. Yeah. You copy this whole formula.
Yeah.
Y'all make the same kind of music.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing. I don't get what he gained and engaging in that battle. It's punching down. It makes no sense. You can't win in the public. Fans that's out for you, they out for you anyway. But then half of them lying because they still listen to the music. So yeah. I'm gonna tell you something else I saw the other day, man. It's the last thing. I saw this the other day. I don't know how this came up. I don't know. The internet be internet. But I saw a thing the other day. I'm not sure if it said who had the better career or who got the better discography, or I can't remember exactly what it, right? But I do know that I saw this the other day. So, and I wanted to get your opinion on it, right? So,
Yeah.
Plies versus Ja Rule, man. The timeout this is extremely random. It's extremely random. I don't think the music is very similar because Ja Rule more of a radio mainstream pop sounded artist, Plies more. Plies got radio hits too, but for me, Plies is more of a you put the whole album, listen to the whole album. Plies is more of an album artist. Ja Rule is more of a singles artist, in my opinion. But anyway, I just figured it'd be something to talk about to close out this here episode. What do you think about when I tell you Plies versus Ja Rule?
Like you say, man, the style's different to me. You feel me? Ja Rule got more songs that he's like more melodized songs than Plies got, so it don't really line up to me for real. But Ja Rule probably is the bigger artist because, like I said, he got the more
Oh yeah,
mainstream hits.
definitely.
Yeah, Ja Rule the bigger artist.
From a
So
mainstream
yeah,
album sales, Billboard
yeah.
song charting, Ja Rule would be the bigger artist between the two.
Even though I don't really know a lot of Ja Rule albums, I don't even know if he have a classic album. I don't know.
Rule 336 a classic.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, about to say, I don't know.
No, Rule
I just
336
know
that's a
singles.
classic.
I know singles. I don't really know a lot of. I like I say, I like Ja Rule, but I've never like listened to like a whole album and had it on shuffle. Just listening to
Right.
it. I had that with Plies. You know what I'm saying? And then a
Man,
lot of that.
then the thing is, man, a
Downtown.
lot of with Ja Rule, the big songs are huge.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? All the Murder Inc. All the songs with Ashanti and all that stuff like that right there. So I get how on the surface when you look at Ja Rule versus Plies, how somebody would go, this is not even a comparison. And I say to those people, y'all not familiar with Plies catalog.
yeah.
Y'all are not familiar with Plies catalog because I'm just to basically to sum it up, man. To make a long story short, this is really a very regional
They do
thing.
that with
The
South
South gonna
rappers.
pick Plies, up North gonna pick Ja Rule. To be honest,
Yeah, but
but
to be
man,
honest,
Plies got albums, man.
people disrespect a lot of South rappers, which I don't understand, which is weird. It's weird to me. I don't understand it, but a lot of them just be, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is they thing against the South. All the South, they don't have the lyrics and they, you know what I'm saying, they don't really be talking about nothing and they can't really go in depth with what they saying. They got their agenda against the South, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So they always been using that for years, with mud like Plies. They kind of, and this is what I just learned, bro. A lot of people don't be familiar with these rappers' work, their catalog for them to speak on it. So they just say crazy stuff, which I don't understand. Like if you just don't know an artist and they catalog, just don't
Right.
speak on art. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Because
speak.
I'm gonna tell you the thing, man. The thing is that a lot of the times, more often than not, especially today, I can't speak on whenever Ja Rule was hot, when Plies was hot, when they had they run. That's early 2000s. But
Yeah,
today, right, with the power of social media, whenever a project comes out, a lot of people now don't listen to the project. What they do is they get on social media and look at what people say about it. Then they go back and listen to 2 or 3 songs. They say the whole project is good, or if the first 3 songs they hear, if they don't like them, it's what they say the project is trash. A lot of people, I don't believe more people today are currently listening to full projects as they say they are. That's number one. For number two, when you look at somebody like Plies or somebody like Ja Rule, especially Plies, because Plies might not be as mainstream known. Although I think that's closer between them two than people give credit for. Plies got big radio hits, man.
Yeah, you do.
Shawty was a huge song.
Yeah.
Bustin' Baby was a huge song. That ran
Yeah.
off on Ritz Carlton was a huge song whenever it was hot, man. Like
Yeah.
Plies got hits. My
Yeah.
thing is, what I found to be interesting about the conversation was people acting like the two of them belong in the same sentence. Like Plies didn't have a run. Like Plies don't have classic songs or at least one classic album.
Yeah.
That was just what I found to be interesting about it, you know. But like I said, man, it's a very regional, very demographic thing. It's about where you're from, what you're listening to growing up. So for me, anybody that know me know Plies is one of my top 3 favorite rappers of all time. If you ever ask me what's my top 3 rappers, I'm always gonna say Wayne, T.I., and Plies. Some days I might say Wayne, Plies, then T.I. You know, that's just on any given day for me. Because I just always have been that big of a Plies fan. So for me, I would pick Plies over Ja Rule. I'm not sure if I would pick him to beat Ja Rule in a versus because the music just don't line up for me.
It don't line up.
Have many songs that go back and forth with one another. But what I will say is, catalog for catalog, I think Plies get Ja Rule up out of here. Plies got a lot of good music on the first 4 albums, man. Yeah. Definition of Real.
He got 4 albums that you can just play.
The Real Testament, Definition of Real, The Realest, Going Affiliated. Plies got a lot of good music on the first 4 albums.
I think for me, it might not be universally said, but to me, those are classic albums. I don't care what Billboard, what talking rap heads say. I don't care about none of that.
You see, them are classic albums. For me, I would consider them 4 to be classics as well, but I would consider them my classics.
My classics. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The Real Testament is a legit classic.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
I'm not
the first album.
That first one.
The first one is a classic.
And the second one might be a classic too.
It might Definition of Real.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one with bushes and
with bushes and all that on yeah.
Correct.
100 Years. No, 100 Years on Real Testament.
That's on the Real Testament, yeah.
That's Real Testament. That's Real Testament.
Well, you know, man, that's all we got for today, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. One of these days we might have to bring back a good old versus mock battle just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Just because it'll be something to do, man. We'll damn get into that. I don't know where the damn talk about it, plan out how we gonna do it. But man, that's all I got for today though, Cap.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, watching the videos, man. Be sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, man. Like the Facebook page. Comment on the post. Share the videos. There's no excuses, man. We out.
We out.